Today, I met a couple in trouble. The numbers show just how difficult it is for very young couples to stay together. In fact, less than 5% of long-term relationships began in high school. The couple I met today say they want to beat the odds, but insecurity and fear has brought them to divorce court.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with April Bacame and Jose Sanchez. The two of you have been married for 4 years, though you've been together 9 years total. You do not want to be married anymore. So I'm going to start with you, Ms. Bacame. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here in divorce court today?
Well, we're here today because my husband is very jealous with me. He's controlling. There's no way for me to have social media because he gets jealous. I can't have friends, nothing like that, because he thinks that I'm trying to go out with friends to go and meet up with guys or go and cheat on him when I'm not trying to even do that. I really want my marriage to work. I've been trying to find solutions to our problems, but nothing has helped at all.
Well, why don't you tell me an example of one of the more controlling things that he's done?
The controlling is like, for example, making me erase my social media. I can't talk to nobody because he thinks automatically that I'm cheating on him.
Okay, has there ever been any history of cheating on your part? Were there any incidents where, you've done the wrong thing?
Yes.
When did that happen and what occurred?
I cheated on him. It was back in 2011 that I had cheated on him, and that was because during that time we had gotten into an argument, and he had told me, I don't want to do nothing with you no more. It's over. And I went ahead and I got with somebody else.
Now, were you married at the time?
No.
Yes. So you guys were dating, you had kids together?
Yes, we have 4 kids.
And he said it was over, you were done. How long between the time he said it's over did you get with this other guy?
In less than a week.
Less than a week. And how long did you stay apart?
2 months.
2 months. Mr. Sanchez, is what she told me fairly accurate?
Yes, everything with the social media and everything that has to do with any type of social media. I caught her talking with this guy, and I approached her real clearly, like, what's going on, You're not happy with me, and if she's not happy, we have kids. My priority is my kids, so I'm trying to see what's going on, where did I fail, but...
Well, what did she tell you? What was her reasoning?
She said it was just a friend. But when you read the script, it's nothing a friend should tell another friend.
Okay. Give me an example of some of the inappropriate things that she was saying.
She would say, well, we can meet up at this time, and the guy would be like, well, what about your boyfriend or your husband? What he would say. And she would be like, well, I can introduce you to him, and then we'll walk off.
That's bold. Ms. Bacame, did that occur?
Yes, it did.
You see why he doesn't trust you, though, right? It's not like he's jealous and controlling all out of the blue.
Yes.
You do the wrong thing.
Yes. Well, I did that because he had cheated on me before also. So.
Were you married during this cheat?
No.
Were you on a break?
Yeah, I was on a break.
Do you consider that she did cheat even though you two were broken up at the time?
The thing is that she knows my friends, and a lot of things a lot of my friends, the way she sees them is like all my friends have kids with different girls. So she thinks that by me talking to my friends, I'm going to go ahead and go do the same thing. I told her so many times before, and she could tell you that as soon as we said no more kids, I told her my heart went from my kids, from you to my kids, because I want her to realize that we're not living in a teenage stage where we're grown parents now.
No, you're not in a disassembled situation. And when I say disassembled, people having babies with this one and that one and the other one, and there is no sense of stability in a singular household. So far, hasn't he given you that stability?
Yes. Yes, but when it comes to me trying to get a job, it's impossible for me to even get a job when I want to because of that. It leads all back to that, to the cheating. And I admit I do the same thing with him because I don't trust him. His friends are not persons that I could trust because I know how they are, and they're always right there. They have their girlfriends are always flirting, so that trust is not there.
So you're asking him to give you the trust that you can't give him?
Yeah, well, I try to trust him, but it's hard. Throughout everything that he has done to me, it's pretty hard for me to trust him because he points finger at me that I did everything. I did this, I did that. No, it's not just me, it's him. It's him cheating too. He's the one that cheated too.
Okay. Ms. Bakme, you say he says disrespectful things to you, calls you names in front of the children. Explain that to me.
He calls me the B word. He says that I'm stupid, says that I'm dumb, and he always throws in my face that I didn't graduate from high school. And since he graduated, he always tells the kids, you see what I got? This is my high school diploma. Your mom doesn't have that because she's dumb. He's always telling me stuff like that.
Mr. Sanchez, do you say that to your children?
No, I acknowledge the whole fact that she doesn't have a
Why would you even discuss that with them? What has that got to do with anything?
I want them to see that all the times that I try to support her, go back to school. She went back to school maybe 4 times. And all those times, she lasted maybe 2 days a week.
And so you want your children to see what a good dude you are and support them and what their little dummy mother keeps going back to school and can't finish. And you want to show her that she's lazy, can't get nothing done. And you want to make your kids know for sure you're the better person. That's what you're doing.
I need them to understand that...
They don't need to understand that. They don't need for you to compare yourself to her and say, I'm better. They need to understand that they need an education. They need to understand that they need a diploma. You don't have to put her down in order to make that point to them. All you got to do is say, hey, let's work. Let's sit down. Let's get this done. Let's do our homework. Let's do this. Then after that, you got to go to college. Then after that, you got to get a degree because life is tough out there. But you don't do it by poking at her.
But if she can't set an example for her kids, I gotta explain to them.
No, it's not about if you can't set an example for your kids. My mother didn't go to college. I sure as heck did, and so did my sister. My father was a lawyer, but he didn't come around, your mama's a dummy because she didn't get to college. She didn't do that. All she did was, girls, it's after school, we gotta work, period. End of story. There's nothing about you got to be better than your mother. He sanctified that woman as well. He should have. What's wrong with you?
Oh yeah, she screams from AM to PM, man. I have neighbors looking at me all wrong. They look at me like you have no control in the house or what's going on. That there's always yelling in the house.
Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Are you and I both clear that you are not to disparage your wife in front of your children?
Yes.
We are very clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's no confusion?
Yes.
Having said that, I will say this. You say Mrs. Bakame yells and screams all the time. Why don't you tell me about that?
Oh, yeah, she screams from AM to PM, man. It goes from the morning. Sometimes I work late nights. Sometimes I work in the afternoon. I get home. I'm parking the car, and I hear her yelling at the kids. Come on, you got to get ready. You got to get ready. It's already late. It's already late. And then I always tell her every day, wake them up a little bit earlier so like that you won't have to be yelling. I have neighbors looking at me all wrong. They look at me like you don't have no control in the house or what's going on, that there's always yelling in the house.
Mrs. Bakame, is there chaos in your house? Do you not have control over your kids?
Yeah, I do. It's just I have 2 little ones. It's a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. They're always fighting, screaming, and everything. He considers me yelling how I'm talking to you right now. So if I'm sitting down next to him on the sofa, he thinks that I'm yelling. He says, why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? He even tells that to my kids. Why are you guys yelling? Why are you guys
She's
yelling?
yelling at, so everybody in the house, but she's not yelling at you. It's not a matter of her yelling at you. It's the kids and that chaos is what you're talking about.
Yes, there's situations where she does yell at me directly, and most of the time is to the kids, talking about, you have to do this, on this and that, and then it's
Well,
like...
you know, I'm just throwing this out there. Your kids might be disobedient and not paying attention to her because they think she's a dummy because that's what you told them. If they see you not respecting her, if they see you not listening to her, if they see you pointing out of all her flaws and her failures, they think, I don't got to do what she says because she's really a nobody. And my daddy taught me that. Yeah, kudos to you, sir. Don't worry about what your neighbors think about what's going on in your household. That's about your ego. That's about your insecurities. I don't worry about what's going on, what the neighbors think are going on at my house. I take care of what's going on at my house. And if your kids aren't behaving correctly, maybe you ought to swoop in there as Superman, the disciplinarian, as my husband has often had to do, because we had a whole bunch of boys and say, hey, 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 your mother's speaking to you. Do what she says. Boom. I got immediate compliance. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
Say something nice about him real quick. Please.
He's loving. He's very loving. He used to show me a lot of love. Now it's just, I don't know, like I say, it's falling apart. Mm-hmm. Or like, I don't feel that love towards that he had for me at the beginning. Now it's just different. There's no communication whatsoever between us.
Say something nice about her.
I mean, she's the mother of my children. She's there
her
to
as
support.
A person.
Her as a person?
Yeah, what's good about her as a person?
Just the way that she takes care of the kids, and I mean, she's there for them when I'm not there. No, it's like...
Let me help you out, okay? My husband is strong. He doesn't rattle. He's very rational. He makes me feel very secure. He's got a great sense of humor. You know what I mean? He gets me. He's never worried, and he knows where I am, where I'm weak, and he spends a lot of time patching that up because he loves me. That's an example of describing what's good about somebody, not to mention that he's fine. You know what I mean? That's what I'm describing, a person who has intrinsic value. I want you to describe someone who has intrinsic value, other than she takes care of your kids and she's at home.
She's proven to me so many times that she's a strong woman. If she puts her mind to it, she could do whatever she wants. At the same time, it's just maybe the miscommunication that we have that brings her down.
Wow.
I just want things to work out between us. I want us to communicate more, for you to help me more with the kids. And I just don't want my marriage to fall apart.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. I'm not mad at you anymore, Mr. Sanchez. Now I'm just sad. I'm sad because I know how she feels. She feels like nothing because you keep telling her she's nothing. And you do it with every interaction you have with her, every communication you have with her. You do it with the communication with your children. It's like buying a wonderful car, because when you got it, you loved her, and you thought she was pretty, and now all you do with that car is bang on it with a sledgehammer, and now she's broken, and you can't understand what the problem is. You broke her. You hear me? You hearing
Yes,
me?
I hear you.
You couldn't tell me one good thing about her without complaining about what was going on between the two of you. My suggestion to you is this: if you look only for fault, that is all that you will see. If you focus on what isn't good, if you hoard her errors, if you find difficulties with her, and that's all you see, you're missing all the good stuff. And she becomes a mistake instead of a person who makes mistakes because she's human. Don't be married to a mistake. You don't want to be. That doesn't do anything for you. If you honor her and love her and lift her up, you'll be happier. I swear you will be. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Ms. Bakame, how close did I come to describing your existence?
Very close.
Tell him something you want him to hear that you don't think he ever hears when you say it.
Just want him to know that I love him. And I just want things to work out between us. I want us to communicate more, for you to help me more with the kids. And I just don't want my marriage to fall apart.
Give me one concrete thing you're going to change about yourself, Mr. Sanchez, after. And please make it a good one, so I don't want to have to yell at you again. I'm tired.
Maybe paying attention more. Looking at the little details that I should be looking at instead of the big things that are happening around me.
The detail, what are the big things that are happening around you? Because I think the problems are small and that the good things are good. You think it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Can you help him more with the children?
Yes.
Will you stop disparaging her in front of the children?
Yes.
Do you believe him?
Yes.
You better. I don't want to have to come over your house and fuss at you. Ms. Bakame, you said two interesting things in here that struck me, not as funny, but as odd. You said that he was with you when you had the babies, and he was so grossed out by it that your sex life just went away.
Yes.
How long did you not have sex after the babies?
Well, I mean, it was when I had my daughter, actually.
Uh-huh.
It just changed. Like, he didn't seem interested in me at all. But when it would come down to him seeing females, he'll always be staring at the girls and all that. And me, it's like, I mean, I was in good shape and everything. I felt I looked good for at that time. And he wouldn't even pay attention to me. It was like if I was just there, just like a toy, just there, sitting there doing nothing. Like, he just didn't pay attention to me, like, at all.
You also said that he couldn't change diapers because that grossed him out.
It grosses him out to change diapers, yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
So you won't do it?
I mean, I get it done, but I just start gagging.
Gagging and choking and...
Yes.
Man up. There's always a whole lot going on in divorce court that people want to talk about. If you have something you want to say, join us on Twitter @Divorce Court, or jump on our Facebook page and see what everybody's talking about on there. Sometimes you people get heated. Don't miss it. Your wife didn't bring you here to ask for a divorce. Your wife brought you here to ask for help. I don't know if I've helped her or not. I don't know if you heard what I said or not, but I will tell you this. You have a daughter. Your daughter will live the life that you give your wife. You understand that?
Yes.
If you're tagging on her all the time and you're telling her nothing, you're whittling her away until she's only a shadow of her former self, then you only have a shadow taking care of your children instead of a full woman. And you don't want that to happen, do you?
No.
Yeah. You don't want to have a daughter whose husband runs around on her. You don't want to have a daughter who takes verbal abuse from her husband. Don't teach her that that's the way to do things. And quiet as it kept, that's what the dudes will do. They'll say, oh, yeah, I can call my wife names. You know what I mean? You're perpetrating ugliness. You're making... Are you paying attention? I can't read you at all. You're inscrutable. You just... Am I making sense to you?
Yes, you are.
I hope so. I hope things get better. Good luck to you both, to the both of you. This matter is adjourned. It never pays to speak badly about your spouse to your children. It destroys their ability to be a parent, and it makes you look small. Call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222.